What's going on, my peoples? It's your boy, Mr. O.B.F. up in the building. One time for your mind, people. Listen, we back. We gonna do we're gonna do a segment on listen, man. It's sad to talk about a lot of these situations just because of the simple fact that um we listen, man. These are children, man. You got a little racist child, a bigoted child, you can say, that don't know no better. I ain't gonna call a kid racist. I'm gonna call him a bigot. He doesn't know no better, and so he continues to do what he's been taught from home. Like, these kids are learning from home. Okay. And a lot, and listen, I'm not just gonna blame this all on home, because I finally thought I think about this shit a lot. So, excuse me, a lot of this, yeah, it's from home. It comes from home. It comes from your environment, where you at, where you live, your upbringing, right? But this comes from the internet, while we allow racist people to have a platform, because this is and bigoted people and homosexual, not homosexual, but homophobic people and shit like that. Like, this is what America is right now. And I think that people need to really recognize what's really going on here. We're hurting these children. We hurting these children. Black, white, whatever color the skin they are, we hurting these children. We are big disappointments when it comes to these children. Because this story that I'm going to give y'all, this is just ridiculous. Shout out to the brother, Dr. Richie. Make sure you guys go subscribe to his channel, Undisputed. The brother, Indisputed. I'm sorry, I keep saying Undisputed. Indisputed. He does great things over there. The brother is real, so make sure you guys go over there and subscribe to his channel. Make sure you guys subscribe to O.B.F. the family channel, please, as well, please, people. And make sure you guys, if you can, donate to the channel. Go to the Cash App, O.B.F. the real. We will highly appreciate you guys donating to the channel, whatever you can give. But anyway, let's just get it in.
A Catholic high school student in Louisiana was arrested after he was caught on video attacking a black classmate by throwing cotton at him, then whipping him with a belt. The victim was sent home from school. Let's go to the first video.
Let's pause that right there. Listen, they sent the black kid home, and you can't see the video, but I'm gonna explain why he got sent home. Listen, you already insulted, assaulted this kid, but the black kid gets sent home, but the white kid stays. You insulted the black kid, you assaulted them, and you was being a racist. And nobody thought to send this motherfucking white kid the fuck home, when there's other black people there too as well. If he did that to one black person, you don't think that he would do it to another? Racist tropes he did. Listen, these kids don't pick this shit up. Like, people be thinking these kids pick this up. And listen, this is part of the reason that I believe that you need to teach these kids about racism in school, like history, because this is unbelievable. We're talking about. I'm not for sure. I'm gonna take a step back from this of saying that I don't know for sure if this kid is in high school or he in middle school, but he's in high school or middle school. This is taught. This kid is learning this shit from home, and he's learning it from the racist people that they watch on social media. These bigoted ass racist people. And this is what happens when you allow this shit to be on the internet, which I don't have a problem with, but at the same time, what are we teaching the kids? What are we doing here? But a lot of these people will tell you they ain't racist. And then, like I said to you, the Candace Owens of the world, the Brandon Tatums of the world, they're not talking about these issues. They're not talking about these issues. All they talk about is culture war shit and how bad black people are. But you got white kids and white people out here treating black people a different type of way, but then you still want to sit up on your platform and tell us that racism doesn't exist. Go to sleep and don't wake up. What happened was the white kid was being racist, threw cotton and hit him with a whip. Shout out to the little young black brother. And I don't condone violence. But at the same time, a motherfucker put their hands on me or you got a right to defend yourself. And that's what he did. He fucked him up. That's what happened. That is what happens. That is what happens, people. I don't give a fuck if he thought that white kid thought that shit was funny. When you put your hands on somebody, unless we are friends, and even if we friends, nigga, I don't even like friends touching me. But then you had to insult me with cotton and you whip me with a belt. I'm gonna fuck you up too. And I ain't condoning violence. I'm just telling you, I wish your ass would. And that's what that kid said. That's what that kid actions was. I wish you would, and you did it. Okay. Consequences come. Karma. That white kid got his nigga call. See, the nigga call goes both ways. The coons can get their nigga call, and white people can get their nigga call too. Since you think black people are niggers. This is what happened. Because the parents and society is not teaching these kids the right way. Selfish ass people. Listen, people. I'll blame his parents. I'm serious. Listen, 50%, maybe even 60 to 70%, it goes to his parents and his environment of why he did what he did. The other 40 to 30% goes to society and the racist part of society. This is what happened when you discriminate and you put this bullshit out here for these kids to see. It's like they talking about they trying to, not do critical race theory in school. They main objective, they don't want to talk about slavery to make white people, their ancestors, look bad. Your ancestors are bad. Sorry. We ain't saying all of them, but 90% of them was. Excuse me. And this is what happens when you don't teach the kids right. This is what happens. But let's move on.
Such a damn shame. That was a 15-year-old Catholic high school freshman who approached a black classmate, threw a handful of cotton balls at him, and whipped him several times with a belt.
Mind you, this is a Catholic school. That's why I keep telling y'all about religion too. Especially American religion. It's very racist. It's very racist. Especially in the white community. It's very racist. They use religion to discriminate against people. So I'm not shocked that this is a Catholic school or a Christian school if it would have been that where they discriminate against people. Because that's their word. That's what they teach these cult-like people. This is what they teach they flock. So I'm not shocked that this is happening in a Catholic school. But he got his nigga call. I guarantee you that white kid will think twice about putting his hands and doing and insulting another black kid. He would think twice about doing that shit again. See, I don't condone violence, but you put your hands on me, nigga, anything goes after that. But of course, the black kid gets sent home for being violated and disrespected. Because when you put your hands on me, you violating me. Especially if I didn't put my hands on you first. You put your hands on me first, you violating me. What's going on here? When has it become this is that racism, that white privilege, that privilege period, that where people think that they can, and it's like that bully shit. You think you can put your motherfucking hands on somebody and then you start the fight, but then when the motherfucker react and then you get your ass whipped, and then all of a sudden, oh my God, he went way too far. You don't violate nobody else. That's the respect others. That's the whole thing. You may not like a motherfucker, but don't violate him. Respect him. I don't give a fuck about this white kid get his ass whipped. I'm mad because he got taught by his parents in society. That's what I'm sad about with this white kids. Because, Kenny love the kids. But, come on, bruh. You got your nigga call. You want to fuck? You think that black kid was a nigga? You don't like niggas? This is what happens when you cross the line with certain black people. Certain black people ain't gonna allow you to violate them and disrespect them and insult them and abuse them, because that's what happened. But anyway.
The victim stood up, defended himself, and he was sent home for the incident. The white student, a high school freshman, was arrested on March 15, 2022, and charged with simple battery and a hate crime. He was then booked into the Terrebonne Parish Juvenile Justice Center. The NAACP...
At least they arrested this little bastard. But they still... Somehow you still did that. The school should be ashamed of themselves. And if I'm the parent, I'm suing the school for sending my kid home. You humiliated the kid after he got humiliated. You fuck with that black kid's self-esteem. You made that black kid feel like my parents pay all this money to go to this, for me to go to this school. Though I thought that this was a safe school, but racism happened. I get attacked and abused. And a motherfucker do that to me, but you send me home. For what? For defending myself? If I'm his parents, I'm suing the shit out of that Catholic school. Make this go viral. Tell that brother, that brother's family, parents, to sue the fuck out of that school. That school board, whatever it is. Sue the fuck out of them. You don't humiliate my kid was already humiliated, assaulted, defended himself, and then you turned right around and humiliated my kid again by telling me my kid was wrong for defending himself. What society you think we live in, bitch? We ain't slaves. We ain't in the Jim Crow era. The civil rights era. You get the right to put your motherfucking hands on me? Or my child? Or this young brother? I don't give a fuck what color skin you are. Don't put your hands on. All right, man. Let's move on, people. Let's move on. Let's move on. See, because now I'm getting upset. That's why I don't like talking about these stories like that.
President Jerome Boykin said, and I quote, "This act was clearly something the student thought through to do. It was a planned act and it was racially motivated. It has no room in our society or in our schools. It's really unfortunate that in these days and times, African Americans still have to endure these racist incidents, especially in our school system. I was glad to hear that the school took swift actions against all who were involved. Unfortunately, racism is alive and well in this parish and in this country." Another heinous crime from a high school comes from Loganville, Georgia this week. A 15-year-old.
Hold on, time out. And that's the thing. That's another thing. So for like remember the Brandon Tatums and shit like that was acting like we over exaggerating racism in this country. This is a prime example. These are children. This is a child that did this. This is a 15-year-old white child showing his racism and got charged with a hate crime. But racism doesn't exist in this country. It's not that bad. America's not a racist country. Yeah, please. We don't put out enough consequences for people that are being racist in this country. We're actually allowing the shit now. That's why people are emboldened to do what they do now. And it's fucked up because, you know the crazy part about it? It's so much goddamn, it's so many cameras around. I don't know why people think just going out doing bad shit, period, thinking that you're not going to get caught on camera. Big brother is watching. I don't get it. And listen, and these kids, a lot of these young folks, even the older folks, I don't give a fuck who they are. Listen, we are in an era of cameras and technology. You don't think cameras are watching? But they let you know the privilege they feel or the arrogance that they feel to go out and do this shit. The borderline psychopath shit that's going on in their mind. The arrogance of it. Let's move on. You get ready to talk about some more things. Go ahead, Dr. Richie.
18-year-old in Georgia was locked in a closet, doused with cleaning liquids, while 4 classmates spewed homophobic slurs at him. The Loganville Police Department has confirmed that 4 teenagers have been charged after allegedly forcing a 15-year-old male 9th grader into a bathroom closet for a prolonged period of time while being sprayed or doused with liquid cleaning products. Additionally, the student...
Hold on, time out. So, you know, fucking with gay people. Listen, that's why I keep telling people. Listen, I'm not against the alphabet community. I ain't against my other minority people. I'm not against you. Listen, y'all gonna go through the same shit we go through. I don't give a fuck how much you think that you better than us. Some of y'all think y'all better than us or try to pretend that you part of the white society. They gonna come fucking with you and your children. Believe it or not. It's just what's gonna happen. That's why I don't got this, like, I'm not a black power type of dude. I ain't on no black power shit. I'm about people. I'm a people's person. I'm for the people. no matter what color skin you are. But I put my people first because I understand our struggle here in America. We lower on the totem pole. Doesn't mean that other races and other minorities and gay people from the gay community is not going through nothing. Not denying that, but my people come first. My people is all in the gay community. Listen, a lot of these minorities and shit like that, that's different minorities. You mix with us. You got black in you. If you know your history, if you know, you do the history right, you know it. I know you knew it. So that's why I can't be this pro-black dude. But I put my people first. I put black people first. Because I understand where we at in America. I'm not blind to the shit. But this is what happens. This is what happens when we don't teach the children. It's about the children. It's about the future. You motherfuck old people, old motherfuckers, or people my age, or whatever color skin you are, it don't matter. Listen, with gender you are, it doesn't matter. If we, listen, you keep listen, I'm 40 years old. I'll be 41 this year in like a couple of months, like 3 months. Listen, it ain't even about me. It's about my fucking daughter, your kids, all our kids. It ain't about us, nigga. Listen, when you get 40, nigga, you didn't pass your prime. You way past it. All you doing now is trying to live comfortably. That's it. That's all I'm trying to do. And I live comfortably. I'm okay. And at the same time, the number one thing is because I have to come first because I can't help nobody if I'm not in a good space in the head. So I'm living comfortably. I'm good. I'm mentally good. So my daughter comes second. I'm taking care of her. I'm worried about her future and your kids' future. That's all I give a fuck about. I don't give a fuck about nothing else, man. I don't give a fuck about other grown-ass adults. Really, believe it or not. I truly don't. It's about the children, man. It's about the future. It ain't about us. And we sitting out here acting like it's all about us. No, it's not about you. See, when you don't come from shit, and when you got, even if you do come from struggling and shit like that, and if you got some hate shit in your body and hating your heart and racist and shit, like, you different from me. You don't really come from where I come from because you've been privileged. If you got that hate in your heart, you got that racism in you, like that discrimination. Like, if you got that shit in you, then you ain't really. Even if you came from where I come from, we ain't the same.
The students are accused of subjecting the victim to harassing comments of a homophobic nature. Now, most are actual minors, but in the state of Georgia, 17-year-olds are classified as adults. So there's one 17-year-old involved. Put up his damn picture. Okay?
And then the crazy shit about it, you look at this 17-year-old child. There's no disrespect to him. You out there spreading, saying hateful, homophobic shit, right? Doing all this hate crime shit, right? This motherfucker looks like a female. He looks like he a part of the alphabet community. And then had a nerve to have on some pedophile glasses. Like, yo, nigga look like little dude look like a pedophile and he look homosexual. I can't make this up. Listen, people, come on, man. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? What are we teaching these children? I don't know. What? Look at him. I'm looking at this motherfucker. Come on, bro. This is sad. This motherfucker look home. He looked like a part of the alphabet community, and he looked like a goddamn pedophile. A little 17-year-old young pedophile. But you out here abusing, being racist, discriminating against gay people and shit like that, saying homophobic shit, being homophobic. Like, come on, bro. You look more gay. If they ain't put the other child up because they ain't gonna do that. I guarantee you, I go look at the other child. That child probably don't even look that. He only probably look gay. But I guarantee you, this motherfucker look as gay as the kid that he was picking on. This is sad. These are children, people. We're not talking about grown-ass adults. We're talking about children.
That 17-year-old, Kelsey Juliana Hayes, is being charged as an adult. The others are being charged with everything from false imprisonment, reckless conduct, and a few others. Some are felonies, some are misdemeanors.
Think about that. 17 years old, you fuck your life up because you've been taught to be racist and homophobic. Is it really worth it? God damn, man. I mean, we listen, man. This country going to hell. And Minister Farrakhan tried to tell us. He tried to tell us. And a lot of other people. Dick Gregory, God rest his soul, he tried to tell us, man. They tried to tell us. They tried to tell us, man. This is sad. I didn't even know. Excuse me. I don't know how y'all know how I feel about the kids, man. Even though this kid did what he did, man, but it's kind of really partly ain't his fault. Because he been raised wrong. This child been raised wrong. And I believe, like I said, a lot of this shit, and sometimes I believe the parents should be arrested for some of this shit. You been teaching your kids this shit. And then now they wind up turning out to be criminals because you got that much hate in your heart for people that you don't know. Because they different. We all different. We all don't think the same unless you in that cult-like mentality shit. Excuse me. Trying to get that cold out of me, people. The rest of the cold. I'm doing better, though. I done got better. But, yeah, man. This shit is sad, man. These are children, man. These are children doing this shit. Children abusing other children. Listen, and this is what we've been talking about. They keep talking about critical race theory, but look what's happening. And it ain't like it's new. This shit been happening. Now this shit getting caught on tape. But they keep trying to tell us this not happened. This doesn't exist. But we keep getting video at the video at the video. But they want to tell us our eyes are lying to us. Nobody said the whole country is racist. We just said the country is built on racism. And we got I don't want to say a lot, but we got a little bit more than some people in this country that's racist. And they don't necessarily got to be white. Only people in this country that can't be racist is black people. We don't have no motherfucking power like that. Other minorities in this country got way more power than black people. Believe it or not. But they won't tell you that, though.
Now, let me say this. Republicans in Georgia and other states, are they passing laws to try to create better policy to remedy these issues that are happening inside of our school systems? No. They want to tell you that the boogeyman is critical race theory, which nobody teaches and nobody really gives a damn about inside of K through 12 education. This is a political red meat move. But we have real problems inside of our school systems that are left unaddressed because these politicians rather feed you a lie than actually do their damn jobs. These are real problems. These are problems. They are systemic, they are dangerous, and they can lead to death. Obviously, it's traumatizing, but it can go even deeper than that. Now, once again, we elect individuals in policy positions to solve problems, not create them and ignore them.
Listen, listen. I want to say this, Dr. Richie Wright. Listen, I want to add on to what he's saying. Listen, hey man, you worrying about the wrong shit. Listen, probably more than half of the country did not ever knew anything about critical race theory. I damn sure didn't, and I ain't gonna lie to you. And I'm black. I knew nothing about critical race theory until they made this a big deal. But racism been around for hundreds of years in this country. That ain't new. That ain't what everybody don't know nothing about racism. Everybody know about racism. Everybody knows. You can, even if you lie, because it's a lie to me, you lie and turn a blind eye to the shit, you know what racism is. You know what systemic racism is. Please stop. This country knows. Everybody in the country knows. Everybody in the goddamn only people that probably don't know nothing about racism is probably a child that's under maybe 6 or 5. Up from 6 and up, all everybody know about racism. Number one, because these kids are way more smarter than we are, and number two, we got technology and social media. So it's no way impossible that these kids above 6 don't know what the fuck is going on about racism. It's a lie. If you telling me that, you can try to hide it from them all you want. They worrying about critical race theory or teaching the white kids feeling bad. Like, what you feeling bad about? If you ain't racist, if your kid ain't a racist, what your kid worrying about it for? What are your kid worrying about being a racist? Your kid ain't worrying about being a racist. You goofy ass, racist ass parents care about being called a racist because you most likely are. Ain't got nothing to do with your kids. I keep telling y'all. We keep hearing these adults talking about critical race theory. We don't hear these children, these white children, talking about that shit. You don't hear about it from these children. You don't really hear it from them. Here and there, you hear one or two here and there. It's very rare. These kids ain't worrying about racism like that. If they are racist, the kids are racist because they've been taught to be racist. But other than that, these kids ain't worrying about no motherfucking racism. They don't want to be racist. They like they black and minority other friends. You know why? Because they grew up. They growing up in our culture, which is rap music. They like this shit. And that's what they parents are mad at.
That's what you see happening in these stories, one after the other. All right, Adrian, thoughts?
These young people, they are being taught terroristic behavior and they are acting it out on their peers. It is so incredibly terrifying, the things that you just talked about that these young people have done to each other. And they're essentially just reinforcing these hate structures, these ideologies, and they're acting them out. And so for our leaders, members of Congress, also state elected officials, to ignore it just to run after CRT really just shows you that they're plenty okay with feeding children to the system when those children end up engaging in this very same behavior.
Time out. And let me say this. Once again, kids are not born racist. White kids are not born racist, just like a black kid is not born to be a gangbanger or a thug. whatever fucking tropes they like to put out. None of these kids are born that way. And I know I'm going to get a little flack back from the alphabet community. Your kids is not born gay. Scientifically wise, it's nothing that's saying that kids are born gay. A lot of this shit is choices that they make, what they attracted to when they get a certain age or whatever, or what they surroundings or what their community is around, what even sometimes what they've been taught. All that shit goes together to me. And I'm not saying being gay is bad, but I'm just saying nobody's being taught this shit. Nobody's being taught none of this. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not saying people aren't being taught this. I'm saying people are not born this way. I'm sorry, I misspoke. Not being they're not born this way. It's taught. It's being around a society. It's being around whatever your atmosphere is. That's basically what that is. It's the culture of shit. You see this shit. Your parents being racist, your parents being gangbangers, your parents or you being around friends or family members that's gay. It may trigger some shit. And like I said, I don't give a fuck about who being gay. So I kind of want to exclude that from the other shit, right? But, it's all the same to me. Nobody's born gay. Nobody's born a gangbanger or thug, or nobody's born to kill and shit like that. Nobody's born to be racist and shit like that. That is not. They're not born that way. They're being taught that. Other human beings are teaching these children this shit. That's just what it is. Now, the gay shit is a little different because people can, like sexuality is a little different. That's why I say I don't want to compare that to the same, but I kind of can, because scientifically wise, it's not a factor of people born gay. It's not a factor. So people lie about that, and I don't care how many gay people get mad at me. That is not a fact. But that people are born gay, that's bullshit. Nobody, listen, half of the time, it's a lot of males, heterosexual males now, that grew up, did some gay shit. You know what I mean? Got in complications, their sexuality. They don't know if doing something with a man is weird. They don't know that. That's some shit you've been taught. If that's what you're attracted to, that's fine. Like, especially with children. Children are not, they don't comprehend every fucking thing. But some of them get to a certain point that where they feel a certain type of way sexually. Okay, whatever. I don't give a fuck. And I ain't got nothing against gay people. I just don't care. Like, who, whatever you decide that you want to represent or be or have sex or whatever, that's on you. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. It don't affect my life. And at the same time, I don't want it to affect your life. I want you to just be you still a human being to me. I don't give a fuck who you fucking. I don't care. But people care too much about that shit. Who somebody else fucking. I'm old school. You don't care who people fucking, nigga. You keep that shit personally in your shit. That's why I don't like the flamboyant gay people and shit. Be gay, okay, whatever. Nobody cares. But I get it why they flamboyant about it, because a lot of the times motherfuckers be disrespecting them. And so they like, man, we here. We ain't scared. So I get it. That's why you see the gay parades and all that other shit. I ain't mad at it. I don't like flamboyant gay people like that. I ain't gonna say I don't like them. I don't like the tactics of it, right? But I understand it, because they get so much discrimination and so much hate. It's like, yo, I see why y'all doing that. I see why y'all saying we proud of being gay. I get it. I'm not closed-minded that way. It just I may not agree with all the tactics of it, but it is what it is.
Same behavior that the parents in the community allow or enable through their actions. And so you just have to wonder where our society is really going when our children are just becoming little terrorists and we're grooming them and creating them that way, all while essentially just shrugging our shoulders and keep moving.
Yeah. And you know, just like I know, a lot of this behavior is learned at home or supported at home, protected at home, and it is being exhibited inside of the school system. We have a challenge here. All right, we have a challenge.
And talking about, and that's what
in a position to be a mentor to a young person.
Hold on, and that's what I'm saying. These kids are not born this way. They are being taught. Dr. Richie is right about that. This is some home shit. This is some shit that these kids are learning from grown as adults that's on the internet speaking the ways they speak. We have a fucking responsibility as grown as adults to not to teach these kids to hate. We all do. I don't give a fuck what color skin you are, male, woman, gay, whatever the fuck you are. I don't care. What minority you, I don't give a fuck. Discrimination is not healthy for children because they wind up growing up to be what you're seeing now. But anyway.
Please do that. Take that opportunity. Know those moments are very sacred.
And that's my point. We gotta do better as a people, man. We are damaging the youth. We're damaging the youth as grown as adults in America. We hurting these children, man. That's why I try to be a better person every day, because, you know, and I ain't perfect. I make mistakes and shit like that, but goddamn, I'm not teaching my daughter and trying to teach other children to hate, like, or discriminate. That shit is that's bozo shit. That's goofy shit. That's weirdo shit to me. And if you out here spilling hate and shit like that you listen, you're a horrible human being. Because, excuse me, believe it or not, you have no reason to be doing that. Because a lot of the times you just mind your goddamn business and you don't have to worry about a lot of shit that you don't like. I don't like a lot of shit, but a lot of shit doesn't affect me. Because you know why? Because I mind my business. And I don't hate people because they different from me. I don't do that. And we continue to keep out here hurting these children, raising these fucked up children. Not all of them, but some of them. We fucking these children up. And then you sitting around, and then the old motherfucker sit there, I can't believe these children are doing what they doing. Because we fucking them up. We fucking these children up. We putting this nonsense in their head. And then you sit there and act like I don't know what's going on. What? Listen, people, and I'm going to get out of here with this one. We're going to have the merch up too, people. We got the O.B.F. chains. I'm going to have the Mr. O.B.F. shit coming up. Hopefully y'all can see that. O.B.F. the family chains. I got them in merch. It's all coming up. You actually guys can order it. Go to the Cash App and actually no, you know what? I'm gonna pause on that. I'll put the merch up. I got y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a certain place I want y'all to go to order the merch. So we'll get to that. But anyway, got the merch up. O.B.F. The family merch. We got that, but I gotta put up a system to so where people can order it. And I'm gonna launch the new O.B.F. The Mr. O.B.F. Channel merch too as well. I'll probably do that in about 3 weeks. But listen, I'm gonna say this before I get out of here. we have to really understand what we're doing to these children. And when I was young and I didn't fully understand the shit that I was doing. I really truly didn't. So I learned from the elders. I learned from people that was older than me, right or wrong. But I learned from them. These kids are doing the same exact thing. So why we so much want to hold them accountable for what they do? And I'm not saying that we don't, but I'm just saying we harsh on that shit because we are a part of the problem. We are a part of the problem. We are why these kids are like the way they are. Like I take full responsibility or part into why these kids are fucked up. Because it was my error of doing of putting these kids in positions and that fucked them up. That's a fact. I did that. I was a part of that. Who am I not to take responsibility for how I see these young folks? But you know why? You know why I do that? Because I care about them. And I'm a good and decent human being now. Not always at periods of times in my life. Never deny that. Never act like I ain't go through trials and tribulations of being a horrible and a bad person. But I hurt these children. I hurt their future because of my bad behaviors. And a part of me knew better a little bit, but a part of me didn't know better. But at the same time, now I'm here. Now I'm in a position to tell these kids, stop the shit. Gang banging, the racist shit, whatever, the homophobic shit, all that shit is goofy. That shit is goofy. All you doing is hurting yourselves and hurting others. That's all you doing. But that's my responsibility to tell them and do this shit. Anyway, people, make sure you guys subscribe to this channel. Make sure you guys subscribe to Mr. O.B.F. this channel. Make sure you guys subscribe to O.B.F. the family channel and subscribe to that channel. Make sure you guys hit the like button as well. Make sure you guys donate to if you can donate to the donate to the channel. Go to the Cash App of O.B.F. the Real and donate what you can, people. We highly appreciate it. It's your boy, Mr. O.B.F. Peace and love.